All right, we are back. We are live. TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. And we got the move back today. We got the move. We're going to be doing some puzzles. Yesterday's games were above average in gameplay, but below average in results. But that's going to happen as we get higher. Still above 1800, which is good, but we really want to get to 1900. So now we're going to do some puzzles today. Let me just set up my board. Just to make sure all the pieces are running nice and smoothly. DH Germany, good to see you too. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today has been a little bit hectic. I am switching back to only streaming landscape on YouTube for the time being. And then we'll see how it goes from there. But apart from really heavy traffic this morning, trying to get everywhere, the day's been pretty good. Pretty good. I did find out that I have a meeting tomorrow morning, so I need to go to that, unfortunately. So we will get into puzzles in just a moment, just sort of warming up the board. It's been a while. It's been a while. But Germany, how are you? How are you? Bird's eye and cloud counterclockwise. Do you want that though? That's the question, because it would be looking a bit too down. A little bit too much like the bird's eye view. That's what I was looking at. That's what I was thinking about when I was like setting this all up. No, I'm not considering text to speech. I can do it, but I'm not considering it. Oh, free coin. I could do it, but I'm not considering it because this is the internet. This is the internet, and for messages I want to highlight though, I've done that in the past. I have done that in the past, and it was really good, but the software that I was using was very, it wouldn't really, it was very, sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. I might see if the software I use now has text to speech, and if it does, then I'll add it in. If it doesn't, then I won't, because the problem with all of it is I've just got so much different stuff to work with now. Even today, setting up the stream was completely different because I finally got a stream key for TikTok, which means it's now easier to work with TikTok, but it's also difficult to work with TikTok. So got my stream key going for that, so I had to figure out how to use that this morning. Not too difficult, but still annoying. Takes about 5 minutes extra to set up that stream key every day. So yeah, I think that's a great idea, and I can definitely look at bringing that in. But it would be a case of, am I bringing in something new, or is it something that's already on the program that I use? And if it's on the program that I use, then all good. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I mean, what more could we want? I gotta change my delay. Oops, we'll use this one. Let's go 200 milliseconds. Does Hikaru have people set up his streams? Probably not. Probably not. But he probably has people doing his editing, uploading videos, all that kind of stuff. That stuff takes a long time. That stuff takes a long time. I made a new video yesterday. Took a lot longer than it should have. Took a lot longer than it should have. Jonty, good morning. Good morning, how are you today? Let me just have a look real quick and see if text to speech can work. I'm not seeing it there. I'm not seeing it there. It's something I'll need to research a little bit later. Something I'll research this afternoon. Hello, Stonefrog. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Alright. Puzzle Rush, Survival. Let's get that board set up. And let's see how many puzzles I can get. Oops, we'll start a new one. See if I can race the board. Oops. I'll take that. Take that. the wrong move there. I was looking at the forks. White to move. We don't do that, we don't do that. The board is cut off. The board is cut off, my apologies. That's alright, it's a good reason to start again. Got to get a good score to start with. That's the rule. Almost gets that one. But we got there just in time. No need for the photo replay. I think this is a good one to start on anyway. Stonefrog, I'm doing good. It's a bit of a messed up morning. Traffic, hot coffee. It's not what I wanted. She also wrote in red writing on the top of the lid, and I'm conscious of it hitting my nose. Alright, let's get into it. So this one is black to move. And welcome everyone if you are new here. The plan today, do some puzzle rush. I'll explain as I go, but also do some rapid games as well, a little bit later. Might do a rapid game on this board. Let's just have a look. So this one's one of those classic overthinking it. If I take here and he takes here, and then I go here putting them in a fork and the queen moves away somewhere, I could take up here as well. And then they take here and then I take here, and I don't know if that's looking good enough. But I only have one check. I only have one check. It's not a very good one because they can just take with the pawn. If they take with the rook, then the queen could come up, but they can take with the pawn. But if they take with the pawn, then I can take the bishop. But they don't have to take at all. They could just move, and then I take, and then they take, then I take and win. So yeah, this one's got me stumped. Yeah, I just don't see how this can be a good move. Takes. And it's just two rooks and a queen versus two rooks and a knight. And if I go here, takes with the pawn, and then I can take. And that seems a bit better. And of course, if he takes with the rook, then I can take, then he goes back, and then I can go here. So that seems a bit better. So I feel like it's this move, but that move just does not seem like a move. Yeah, they really ramped it up, but yeah. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. And now it probably gets a little bit easier again. We could probably go back to racing it. This one's a little bit more tricky. I'll have a look at over the board. It's going to be white to move. Okay, this one wins a rook. With check here. King can't go down, nothing can block, so he has to go up, and then we fork, winning the rook. And then, yeah, it's just a rook takes, bishop takes, king takes, and even if the pawn tries to push, sorry, the queen would be over here. The queen can come down and stop the pawn. So that looks good to me. Oh, the king goes up, so we get an extra tempo as well. Alright, this one's going to be white to move as well. So the first part that I'm looking at is h4, and obviously if the king goes here, the defense is lost, so he goes here, and then the rook comes across here, but then he goes here. Then we can just take the knight. We can take the knight. But if we take the knight, what's to stop him from going here? And we can't even block because he can just take. Ah, because that's a check. That's a check, that's why. That's why. Hello Arthur, welcome, welcome. Ahoy, H3, H4. Absolutely, if you can identify your opponent's counters to your tactics, you'll do better. You'll win more games. This one's black to move. This one's a fork. Queen takes, knight takes, and then fork. But we need to be mindful that queen takes and they go here. Rook takes, king can also go here, but that's still a fork. So that's all good. Who loves a good fork. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. JNKBO2008. This one is black to move. Trippy Man, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. This is one of those ones, This is one of those ones where it's like, it's a defensive puzzle as well. So my question is, I can take this bishop. That looks really good, really strong. But the question is, if he goes here and I go here, does he have anything? I don't think he does. And the bishops are doing a great job of holding the back rank. The knight is holding here. He could take the knight, but then I take the game somehow. Something like that. So I think it is queen takes bishop. Mistakes were made. I didn't calculate this. Yeah, the chess.com UI is really bad now. They added more ads, did they? And weird zoom in animations at the end. Jeez. Yeah, I really hate the the animations they have during analyzing. I don't know why they've started adding that you develop a piece, you get a nice noise and yeah. Yeah, so rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, queen takes, king gets out. That seems like it's going to be the best play. Just take it. Yeah, just take it. I think not taking it, where am I going? Going here. I think not taking it is going to run into a bit of trouble somehow, but I think taking it should be fine. I'm not sure if it was checkmate. It looked like it was close to checkmate. Oh, is it like a zoom animation when you lose or win? Stone Frog? Alright, this one's white to move. Okay, so I want to say it's rook e to d1. That's my first instinct. Yeah. So rook e to d1, even if king comes up, go down anyway, and if he takes, you can take over here. This rook is defending the back rank, you win a rook. Rook e to d1, he takes, you take and you're winning a rook. Rook e to d1, I can't see any other good options for him. If he goes here, we still go up, and if he goes here, this is the only one that might be a bit of a challenge. But not really. So rook e to d1, he goes here, you take over here first, and then when the rook takes, you promote, the rook comes back, and then you take. I'm pretty sure it's rook e to d1. Take the pawn. Oh. That must have been for the last game. Paragon, what's going on? Welcome back. Good to see you again. Guys, tomorrow will be a later stream because I realized that my meeting is tomorrow, not Friday. I got the text message this morning. They're like, hey, remember? I was like, oh no. So I will be making up for it with streams on the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, longer streams. Earlier, hopefully earlier. More action. Where do I buy the chessboard that I have? Let me just pop a website on screen for you here. You can take a screenshot of that. Hit up that website. That's my website. It will link you to reviews that I've done for all of these boards and the ones behind me, as well as how to get the board. And I've got a sneaky discount in there, which will get you 17% off. And guys, if you are new here, since I'm pressing buttons everywhere, make sure to follow. Biggest way to support me in this journey. All right, this one's black to move. Can you buy it if you live in Poland? Sure. Sure. Yeah, they ship to Europe. I like the big if there. If I live in Poland, which tells me you may not. No. Yeah, they ship everywhere. Oh, they ship most places. I don't know where they don't ship to. I'm hating these defensive puzzles. Any way to know the puzzle rating? Kind of. The last one was 1681, the one before that was 1695, and the one before that was 1664. I would say this one's around the 1700. Why aren't I moving? Because I don't know the move. Puzzles where we got to get the king out of check always throw me off. King G6 was the first one that I was looking at, Paragon. King G6, and then they go here, here. They got so much. They got so much on that square that it feels very strange. Just such a difficult puzzle for me to wrap my head around. I'm gonna need the screen for this one, I think, because I am doing the black ones the other way around, but only the rook can check you from there. That's so true. What if we go here? I got a lot going on there. If we go here, check, take, check, take, bishop takes. Oh no, sorry, knight takes, knight takes. Hitting the rook. Move a light squared bishop. If we move a light squared bishop to here, they could take with either the rook or the pawn. Let's say they take with the rook. Oh, well that's interesting, but then they go here. Some of the comments are coming from Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Mostly YouTube, but I honestly don't know for this one. I'm inclined to go with Paragon on this one. That was an unexpected move. Definitely a puzzle I didn't understand enough. Definitely. But I think it's a case of when you get to puzzles like this in a game, because you're following that game so much closely, you understand it more in the game, which is a bonus. When you're given a puzzle where you don't understand the position, it can be a little bit harder. It takes a little bit of time to get there. But the defensive puzzles are one that takes me a while. Kino, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. Hey Kiki, welcome to Team Wiggy. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. I don't think I'm missing anything here, but I am going to double check one more thing before I make the move. But here, we're hitting the queen as well. They got to move the queen, and then we get the fork. That's looking really good. Material, we are already down a rook. The other one I wanted to look at was here, and then if they go here, is there any way to trap the? Oh, sorry, they want to go here. And the question is there any way to trap the queen here? Cody, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. I feel like that's one of those puzzles where they didn't really give you the most challenging continuation. It's not chess up, no, it's chessnut. Black to move. That's what I'm looking at there. That's so funny, Stone Frog. I love it. I love it. You can't escape. Black to move again. Crazy. Welcome to Team Wiggy. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So straight away I see a fork. And then he can go here. That's the only downside about this fork. But fork, he goes here. We take, and if he take, we got the fox and the chicken, or whatever it is. Where the pawn just keeps running. Gotcha, fam. All right. Okay. This is one I like to know as when there's a pinned piece, you put pressure on it, and eventually they'll crack. Now, if we put the pressure on it, they can just move out of the way. And that pressure is gone. Then we take, they'll take. So instead of putting pressure on it straight away, first do an equal trade, and then put pressure on it. And then they're gone. Just that easy. Alright, we've got another puzzle where the king's in check. Take the knight. Mine. Welcome to Team Wiggy. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. All right. So if we take, that's check. He has to deal with the check, and then we take. This puzzle does not belong here. Or does it? Or does it? We take, and then the rook comes down for check. We don't capture back, we bring the rook back. Maybe that puzzle did belong here slightly. One's black to move. So I'm looking at the two options of taking the pawn. The first one comes with check, doesn't really do much, but it does give you a discovered check. So if the king was to go here, you could go all the way up here, put him in check, and then win the queen. But the problem here is if he goes here, then you try to do the discovered check. The queen just takes and the queen gets away from the bishop. The other one forces the queen to move somewhere first. And then after that, you can have your own discovered check, hitting the rook. Now, if the queen was to go here, or here for check, then you could block, discovered check, and win the queen. So that's what I'm leaning with here. Should always be looking at our opponent's replies. Which version of the chessboard do I have? This one here is actually before they went on sale. So this one's more of a demo version. I think the ones that went on sale after that were improved a little bit. And I also don't update the firmware. If it works, it works. That's how I treat my products. When it's working and an update comes out, why am I updating if everything's working? Other people update. No colors on these ones. What do you mean? Do you mean the squares? This one here looks like a pin. Big Foxy, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Okay, so this one does have a little bit of a downside. Careful guys, we don't want Twitch to get too popular. Spotify 2358. I do have a board that has that. This one here has all the ones that change colors on it. And I think you can have all of the boards give you hints as well. I just don't particularly like that feature. I don't use it. I can look into it. But yeah, there's a bunch of different boards. Yeah, so Paragon is spot on there. If we pin, that's cool, we win the knight. But what happens with these two very fast pawns? Okay, so I think I found it, because if we pin and they push, we take and that goes forward. That's not good. And if we ignore it and we just take, then they have to find a way to deal with this. They could take. So instead, push, he goes up. Push, he goes up again. Dazine on TikTok, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. Nightmare, I disagree with you in that one. I think thinking faster is great in games, but when you're doing puzzles, I think the point of it is to slow down, take your time and learn something from it. So for this one, we'll learn that if we go here, the pawn is actually going to get passed. And then when we're in the games, then I think it's a little bit more important to get that speed going. Now, yes, I am a very slow player, but that's also my style because I play classical games. All right. There it is. No? I want to feel like this is sort of like a zugzwang sort of puzzle. Push, he goes up, but you push, and if he comes back down, the bishop comes down, then he goes here, then you take the knight, and the bishop still does the job of defending these pawns. But if you push and he goes up straight away, and you push and he goes up again, now he's stuck here. But I'm just not seeing it. But this feels like the move to me. This feels like the move. This one here, that forces him up, but it doesn't feel like the right move. That's what I get for going for the speed. Let's have a look. So it must have been the bishop back then. No, okay. So I was going to get it wrong either way. Was it the pin? Huh. How do we stop that? How do we stop that? Oh, there it is. You don't stop it. That's how you stop it. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that one. Did anyone get that? Did anyone solve that? There is a G4 mate. Jonty, did you get that before? Before I solved the puzzle? Before I attempted to solve it, or did you get that after? I didn't see that message. Okay. We are on to the next one. And it's black to move. So it's kind of like a Bowden's mate on the queen, but we've got a discovered check. So John Dale got it, yeah. Well done, Jonty. You are something else, my guy. Wait. Yes. So just one little minor detail before I take check. The bishop can still take, but we take and it's check again, and then even if the queen blocks, the pawn can take, so we win a bishop from that. And that will leave us with 2 bishops and 2 minor pieces versus 2 minor pieces and a bishop, but and a rook. 2 minor pieces. It will leave us equal material, but there's a little bit more to it. So take, has to block, take, and then they've got to get out of there, because if they just move their king, well, basically we've got this trap at the end for the bishop too. Now I'm not sure if any of that works, but Yeah, so it doesn't quite get to it. Nightmare, my record in this one is 68. But that was a very rare attempt. What board is this? Over on TikTok, it is the Chessnut move. I'll pop a little website on there. Feel free to take a screenshot of that. Please don't leave me. And check it out later when you're ready. I've done reviews and tutorials on this board and all the boards behind me. And there's also a big sale on at the moment. Because apparently back to school is something worth celebrating in America. White to move. Well, it's been a while since we've done a white puzzle. So just like the other puzzle before, they give check. We don't capture back, we just retreat the rook, and the rooks defend each other. Definitely a good one to know. How did it go, Foxy? How did it go? It's white to move. I'm trying to visualize this, mate. 6 wins, 2 losses. Very good, very good. It's hard to visualize. So queen takes, take the queen. The knight protects the rook. And then what I was wondering was what happens if they go here. Because they go here, it's just a very simple move, I guess. I don't know, it may not be that simple actually. Alright, there it is. Knight here. Rook here, and then knight here. And then even if they go rook here, or king here, you've got rook here. The knight covers here, the knight covers here, the rook goes through here. And then he goes down here, and then that's very hard, very hard. Imagine pulling one of those off in a game. This one's going to be black to move. Ramen, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiki. Just became the number 2 fan in the fan club. What do you mean? Did I miss something? Thank you for the heart. Thank you. I didn't get the notification for that, but thank you very much. Okay, I feel like this one ends in a fork. Knight here, queen here, knight here. If queen takes, then you've got the fork and discovered attack winning the queen. So knight here, queen here. If we take, they take, we take, they take, and then we end in a fork anyway. And then knight here, and then queen disappears somewhere else. Say here, then we just take, they take, and then we take. That seems fine, so that looks like the move. Nice little puzzle. I'd say this one's going to be white to move. I've kind of got like a little illusion of a self-moving, self-rotating board here with the cable. All right. Pawn takes, bishop takes pawn, bishop takes bishop, and then rook does the pin. Seems good. This is my style of playing. I would just take, and then pin, and then from there they can't defend it, and I'm just up a knight. That's how I would play this game. And after I take the rook, then their rook would come down and sort of go over here or something like that. I think I would just push here and then here to defend it and defend and defend and just be happy. Just be happy. Yeah, Nightmare got it. Nightmare got it nice and quick. But did you see that, Nightmare? Did you see that? Okay, this one's a fork. This one's a fork. Rook here. King goes here. We've got the fork. And rook here, king goes here. We go here, and then they go here, and then we've got the fork. So then they come back, and then we take, and they don't have mate because the queen can drop back. Always good to plan ahead. This one's white to move. Self-moving board. Let's go spin it around. No, that's not gonna do. That's not gonna do it. All right, there we go. Okay, so I was a little bit worried about it, but I still think it's okay. We go here, and even if they push, we take, they get their queen, but then we get our queen, and we're just up a rook versus a pawn. That should be fine. This one's black to move. I mean, pushing the pawn just feels logical to me. Pushing the pawn feels logical. I don't see the point of developing the knight for this. If we block, they take. But if we block and the queen takes, then we push. But then the queen goes here. But then we take, and we've got check. And then to follow that up, once they move their king, you push your pawn forward, they take your queen, and then you bring your queen over to trap theirs in there so they can't get out. So it definitely had a bit of a challenge to it, that one. I feel like this is one that I should be able to get reasonably quick, but I'm just not. I'm not getting this one. Okay, the only thing that I can come up with right now is bishop here, he goes here. I don't think he wants to go there. And then bishop back here, hitting this bishop, but also threatening to bring the rook up to take the queen. So check here, back, take, check, move, take, and then knight takes, and you're actually up a minor piece at the end of that line. All right. I feel like that could have been something. I don't know. Oh, endgame. I love our endgames. Key squares. Push, take, 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 king here. Controlling these key squares here and then opposition. Did we get that? Did everyone get that? I know Jonty got that. Alright, this one's going to be white to move. Okay. Loose pieces drop off. Max Illingworth, 2026. Alright. Knight takes, queen takes, pawn takes, pin. Bishop can't take because the queen is undefended. So that looks like it to me. Let's double check. So queen takes, pawn takes, putting pressure on the pinned piece. Piece takes, we take. The bishop is defending that pawn. I think that's good. I think that's just it. I don't know which one to take with. Oi. That was a tough one. Kenan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. This one's weird. This one's weird. So I did find one way that would be a bit of a disaster if we took like that, because then the bishop would go over there, check, and then the king has to move away from the defense of the queen. But e4, we can always go back here, and now we're threatening mate on the next move. So that actually looks pretty good, because how do they stop the mate? They have to do something really desperate. So king c4 loses to e4. Yeah, Cecil, you're welcome to put in moves. That's fine. I'm not reading the moves. I'm trying to figure the stuff out first. But yeah, I did look at this line here. But then like they get the check, and then I think you just go back. And they've got this check here. And I mean, you could just take here. I think it's all good. I think it's all good. Was that right? Yeah. Why did I decide to NP Break? Thank you for the follow. Seesaw, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Welcome to Team Wiggy. Why did I take with the pawn on the last one? Because it just felt more natural. If I took with the queen, they could move their queen, give a discovered attack on my queen. Oh, my bishop, my battery just, my battery on my camera just ran out. Bye, guys. Yes, we're we're out one camera today. Let me go and put that on charge. Yeah, look, it wasn't an easy decision. Like, you are up in material, but it was a decision I had to go with. Which camera are we going to keep, guys? Do we want the front camera or the top camera? We only get one camera. This one's wide to move. So I am looking at this here. So the problem with Rook G8, is they've got Queen here. So Rook here threatens that one, but then they can get their Queen out, but then I can bring the other Rook over, hitting that one. G3 might be good. Might be good. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. G3 might be good. G3 also threatens that. See if it was G3. Nope. Somebody said Rook G8. I was worried about this move. What? Oh. Of course, attacking the queen and the pawn at the same time. We'll blame the camera for going out for that one. Distracted me. That's all right. Okay. White to move. Oh no. I went to put it down and it didn't quite touch the board, but the sensor went off and it moved across. I did it just as I noticed the queen was here. I was about to turn away. My camera just turned off. It ran out of battery. So I'm just putting on charge for a bit. So the idea was here, and then check, and then promote. And I completely missed the queen here, and I went to move the queen. It was a little bit off the board, but the sensor still picked up just in time, and that's how it ends. That's a shame. I'm gonna give the camera just a little bit to charge, and then we'll see how we go from there. I'll either switch the camera to the front view, or I'll keep the main view on. But in the meantime, there is something that I want to practice. Now, can somebody tell me why I can't practice against a computer? Can somebody tell me why all of a sudden add to game collection, practice against a computer, all of that is it's not allowed? Because I don't understand why it's all blanked out for me. If anyone knows the answer, please. The last one's a good one to say for calculation exercises. Where was the queen? The queen was, we'll say here. Let me just take a photo of the board. Oh, actually, no, I can take a screenshot from the replay video. That's all right. That's a good idea. Now, why am I not allowed to practice against a computer anymore? Okay, so that right now is everything else is there, but practice against a computer is not. Dude, my camera charges so quick. It's already at 30%. We'll give it a few more minutes. And while we do, let me just bring myself back on camera here real quick with this quick message.
Are you low rated? Always blundering the opening? Have no friends?
Yeah. Wait, what? Hi, I'm Wiggy, owner, operator, and founder of the Discord community, Team Wiggy. And I'm here to tell you, when it comes to chess improvement, you don't need to be stuck with what you got. Looking good, mate. Here at Team Wiggy, we understand that low rating simply means you have no idea what's going on. And it's only on you if you don't hate yourself enough to do something about it. At Team Wiggy, we have a specialized fan-led community to help you reach your goals. But why take my word for it? Well, I'm not only the founder of Team Wiggy, I'm also a client. Here's a picture of me, 800 points lower, before I knew I hated myself. So why don't you come along and join Team Wiggy? We got game reviews, analysis, live streams, and much more. Because here at Team Wiggy, we're better than you, and we know it. All right, and we are back, and just going to give the camera just a few more moments, and we'll see if we can get it back online, and then we'll get into a rapid game. Now I am switching to the board because my camera is out of battery, my board is out of battery, everything's out of battery because I've just been so busy. I haven't had a chance to charge everything up. And with running late today because of traffic, had a few issues getting it. How much is the board? I don't know the exact price of this one. And you're probably asking about the last one. The last one is around 670, but I think it's a bit cheaper if you get it with plastic pieces. Actually, I don't think, I know. You can check out that website there. That will link you to the store to get the boards if you want to get them. I've also done tutorials and reviews on all of these boards that I use on stream, so you can check out any of those. Now let's get the camera back on. And let's see if I can get this camera working. And there it is. And is that not the perfect angle? Let me know if it's a good angle. Perfection. Perfection. Let's see. A little bit higher. How's that? I think that's good. I think that's good. And we are back with another rapid game. Yesterday's game, not so good. We had 2 losses and a draw. Now the draw could have been a win, but I didn't deserve it. And I cracked a little bit under pressure. So that's what we get. I do need to play a little bit quicker, but not too quick that I'm forgetting to do the right stuff. But anyway, let's get into the next game. We certainly don't want blitz, or do we? Okay, I'm black. My board disconnect again. It's got to connect that bad boy back up. All right. I should have played D5. Okay, okay. Let's play D5. Let's not go for the What's going on, Prodigy? Welcome back. Good to see you again. Hope you've been well. Cecil, thank you for the bits. Oh, could we be looking at a Collie Zukertort? Yes, we could. We could be looking at a Zukertort. So I've never actually played against the Collie Zukatot. I am switching it up to become a bit of a stonewall. But it is a stonewall one move behind. But the interesting thing about it is I've got him in a position where he probably doesn't know what's going on, because who plays the Stonewall against the Zukatot? I know if I was playing the Zukatot, I wouldn't expect this. This is probably going to be his next move. Thanks, Prodigy. I wish I did too. I'm not happy to give up my bishop for a knight, but these knights can be so painful. So if he comes in here, then I can develop my knight, get rid of his good knight, and if he doesn't do anything about it, then the bishop is coming down here over here to pin the knight that's coming here. If he does play here, I have choices of going back or trading off, and I'm not sure which one I'll do yet. However, if he does go here, maybe I will trade off, queen takes, and then take with the bishop. He takes with the pawn and puts his bishop in a really bad spot. Those are ideas. That's usually the way it goes, Prodigy. They'll play the moves that I suggest because I'm seeing them as the best move and they're finding the best move. As we get better, we start to recognize more and more what our opponent is going to do, which is really helpful. Thanks, Prodigy. Thank you. Stonewall meets Stonewall, kind of. Zukatot meets Stonewall, yes. I don't know if you can consider it a Stonewall if it's if these pawns are switched around the other way. It is a collie versus Stonewall, though. I don't know. I don't know openings enough to comment. All right, so he does go here. Paige, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. So he's going to let me keep my bishop. I'm going to accept that kind offer. And then maybe he'll go for the rook lift next. Actually, the last couple of games I've actually been up on time. It doesn't make a difference. I've still lost. Never go full Stonewall. I love it. I love it. That gives off what's the name of that movie with Ben Stiller? Gives off that vibe. Ben Stiller, Jack Black. Never go full Stonewall. I love it. Okay, so he doesn't do the move. Oops, I didn't resign. And that move would have been a mistake because that would have allowed me this nice little pin over here. Now, that's not everything about it, but there's a little bit to it. I'm not worried about that at all. "12 minutes. I think just develop my knight is good enough. Huh. Yeah, okay, develop the knight seems good enough right now. If he takes, I take with the center pawn, giving me the half open file, clamping down on the center, getting this chain going. I don't take here, opening the file. That seems a bit odd to me. If he pushes, I can just tuck the bishop here, and that's fine. I am looking at ideas of putting the bishop on one of these two squares anyway in the future, so that's fine. Hello, EJ. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for liking the live. Hey, we're at 1.1k likes. If I drop a piece, it could, because the sensors are like right in the bottom, and if the sensor were to hit, maybe, especially if it goes like some sort of fumbles around. I do have a little bit of a delay on there. Ah, yes, Prodigy, welcome, welcome. Better to watch on TikTok. TikTok or YouTube, they're the places to be. I do have a new feature that I'll be working on this afternoon if I get time. Just have a few videos to edit. I'm trying to get well ahead in my editing. I've got 2 videos queued up, and I've got another one that I need to make for the weekend. That's the second part of the Roy Lopez video. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Hello and welcome. Glad you like the setup. Okay, I was sort of looking at that as well. Ideas have been pushing in, but I've got my own plan as well, so that's okay. Zach, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. In Blitz, do I play with the mouse? Usually, yeah. So my classical games, my longer time controls and my puzzles, I'll play over the board. With Blitz, I'll play on the mouse. I can try a Blitz game with the board. Happy to give it a go. But yeah, I think Blitz is better on the either the phone or the mouse. But yeah, I can and I have played Blitz in the past, but it's kind of more of a play your moves as quick as you can rather than play them strategically. yeah, guys, feel free to ask any questions at all. It's all good. This guy's burning a lot of time. Guys, thank you for the likes and the shares over on TikTok. Much appreciated. a move. I didn't expect that move, no. No, I didn't expect that move. Because his knight was so good here. It was so good. Oh, my mouse is turned off. The knight was so good here. I didn't expect... You don't normally see them come back unless, he plans to bring it here. That's why I brought the bishop back. I got 8 minutes, man. I can chill. I got 8 minutes. I can chill, move straight away. I think I've given him chances here. Thank you, EJ. Thank you. Appreciate it. I got 2 squares I want to put it on. His bishop is so bad. His bishop is so terrible. Just keeping an eye out for any tricks. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Team Wiggy. Did I just blunder? No. No. Okay. Okay. I think that's a blunder by him. And that's why I played it so quick, just to see if I could entice him to go for that blunder. Or maybe it wasn't a blunder. I got 3 minutes. Get out of my game. No, it's that was a good game. That was a good game. That was a good game. Good game for me. What? Yeah, so that move at the end, this move at the end, because he was in time trouble, putting it here, having that ready to go, you know, he's looking at it, if I take with the bishop, he gets checkmate. That's what he was looking at. With only 12 seconds to go, he didn't really have time to calculate it. So by going here, the pawn is pinned. There was a few other moves here. So this is a little bit worrying, like bringing the rook over here. Bring the rook over. He gets the rook over here. He's got the triple stack. And the moment I move, like this is just over. So, so that was a little bit worrying. So I had to bring the rook here. Let's have a look from the beginning. I don't think I did anything wrong in the opening. The only thing that he could have done a little bit better here. The only thing that he could have done a little bit better was, instead of castling, he could have gone here to stop me from going here. Because once I had this formation, I felt like it was pretty obvious I was going to go for a knight in and move up. So if him going there, I go here, I can't, because he could take with either of the pieces. So I feel like he should have done that before castling. And yeah, it looked like to me he was just doing the classic Koli-Zucatot system, but he wasn't really looking at my moves in particular. Now, his bishop is out of the game, and my goal here is to never let his bishop get back into the game. And I can simply take this knight at any time. He doubles the pawns, and he'll have something going on here, where his bishop will take 1, 2, 3 turns just to get back over to the side that's going to be involved in the game. So I'm happy with that setup. And also, had he have taken here, I would have just taken here. Again, happy with this setup. Bring the knight over here. Get ready to capture over there. This is not a threat. This is a waste of a move, because I'm not taking. And if he pushes, no problem. I can even move my bishop either way. He allows me to get my knight in to support the other knight in case the bishop ever tries to capture. And then I just bring my other knight in to be a pain. Rook lift. Waste of a move? Waste of a move. I think there's a little bit too much going on the king side to be wasting move. And interesting move. Very interesting. I don't know if I like that move or not. But it was very obvious what was coming next. It was one of these two squares. Probably this one. Knight here, and then it's got here. Bring the bishop back, cover that square, 2 defenders. And now he takes. Taking, opening the files seemed logical. And he's played well up to here, but he's only got 35 seconds. I've got 8 minutes. He is threatening checkmate. And this is the only real decision I had this game, was which square do I put the bishop on? Now the bishop here going up here would force something like that, or even the king moving across. And then all of a sudden the bishop is under attack and has to retreat anyway. But maybe the bishop could have retreated here and then gone back here. But I ended up just going here with ideas of going here so that I could get my rook involved in the game at some stage. And this is probably my mistake. It kind of made everything a little bit complicated. I am running the risk here. Could be a hanging piece at some stage. That's not really a threat. Maybe, I don't think taking was good. And now the bishop is trapped. And suddenly everything on my side is looking a bit bad. So, yeah, he goes there. He has plans to push up here, and here's where I started taking gambles, because I'm winning on time, but I'm taking a few gambles here with the rook, the bishop potentially being trapped. Now, I do have ways out of that, and now this is a threat, and this is where I played here, and this is where he made his mistake. And then, yeah, it just got very strong from here. I was looking at whether ideas of doing that, but then I realized that my king is pinned, and that would be the best move I had. But it's still, yeah, no, it's losing. It is losing. It's definitely losing. So yeah, found the right move. Take, and then this is what I was initially looking at. And then he goes there, and then you can bring up here. The king blocks off the connectors, takes, but then I found this, and that's just a a skewer, as well as a discovered attack on the queen. He goes across, take, and yeah, should be no problems winning this game whatsoever. So yeah, I don't know, guess the percentage. Let's see what we got, because I think that was a pretty high percent game from me. My opponent, because he made a few questionable, you know, I'll probably say mid 80s for me, because I feel like that end where I had my queen and my rook on the H file, I would say that was the definitely the questionable moment. Let's have a look. 86, yeah. So I was looking at about 85. So he was actually winning. That must have been where I put my queen across, because I felt very good right up until here. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not finding this end game. I'm not finding this. Oh, I could have just gone here straight away. and then go here. Yes, logical. Yeah, and that was a blunder. $2,200, 1950. Let's have a look at this guy's profile. He's been around for a couple of years, and he only just started playing. And the poor guy is on a bit of a down streak. Oh, but he is wasting his time with other games as well. Yeah, no, this guy's hardly ever played, so welcome. But yeah, that was interesting. A Zuka taught. I don't know what you're talking about. High live, I don't know what you mean there. Alright. It is 12 p.m. here. Tomorrow. Late stream. I do want to stream tomorrow, but it is going to be later because I do have a meeting I need to attend early in the morning. So after that meeting, I'll be coming straight over here, and then I'll be setting up the stream. But yeah, it's yeah, high live. I'm not sure what riddles you're giving me there. But huh? Fuzz. Oh, thank you for the game, GG. We were just talking about it. You're a bit of a Collie Zukator player. That was a fun game. Yeah, tomorrow I will be back. Tomorrow I will be back, but it will be a little bit later. I will not be streaming on Friday, but I will be back on Saturday, Sunday. Now, of course, if you are in the US, ignore my days and go backwards in time, or forwards in time, because, yeah, I'm going off Australian Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. to 12. But that's it for me today. Thank you all for tuning in. And before we go, let me just play my little outro. And I will see you all next time.
Rated? Always blundering the opening? Have no friends?
Yeah. Wait, what? Hi, I'm Wiggy, owner, operator, and founder of the Discord community, Team Wiggy. And I'm here to tell you, when it comes to chess improvement, you don't need to be stuck with what you got. Looking good, mate. Here at Team Wiggy, we understand that low rating simply means you have no idea what's going on. And it's only on you if you don't hate yourself enough to do something about it. At Team Wiggy, we have a specialized fan-led community to help you reach your goals. But why take my word for it? Well, I'm not only the founder of Team Wiggy, I'm also a client. Here's a picture of me, 800 points lower, before I knew I hated myself. So why don't you come along and join Team Wiggy? We've got game reviews, analysis, live streams, and much more. Because here at Team Wiggy, we're better than you, and we know it.